Hi, my name's John and I'm a union delegate at WorkCover, and I want to talk to you today about a not so well known aspect of the federal government's radical industrial relations reforms. See, the federal government has given employers the chance to shift their employees over to a scheme called Comcare, which will make them worse off. These workers had enjoyed the vastly greater benefits and coverage of the Queensland workers' compensation and occupational health and safety systems. These workers are having vital workplace protection stripped away, and the reason employers are moving to Comcare is because they want to save money and because it also hides them from scrutiny in relation to their occupational health and safety obligations. Once workers are signed over to Comcare, in the blink of an eye they miss out on entitlements that union members have fought long and hard for. This is a new front in the Your Rights at Work campaign. The most extreme difference between Comcare and the Queensland workers' compensation system is that Comcare has no coverage for what they call non-work related journeys. This means that under Comcare you do not receive any compensation if you're injured on a journey between your home and work, from home to an off-site training course or back, or you're injured during your lunch break or on morning or afternoon tea. Whereas under the Queensland workers' compensation system you are fully covered for journeys to and from work, while you're temporarily absent from the workplace, for example on your lunch break, for travel between your home and a training course, or even travel between two separate jobs. These are entitlements that Queenslanders have enjoyed for many, many years, but if the Howard government has their way, you will no longer enjoy such comprehensive protection. In Queensland, unlike other states, you have an unrestricted right to sue for work-related injuries, and there is no cap on damages for economic loss. This means that you can pursue an action for damages as well as workers' compensation. But under the Howard government, you won't have an entitlement to sue, and under Comcare, your employers will be self-insured. This means that your employer has the responsibility of deciding whether or not you're entitled to compensation. As well as this, the Comcare legislation doesn't impose any time limits on your employer regarding the acceptance of your claim. Your claim could drag out so that by the time they make a decision, you've been forced back to work because you need the money before you're fully recovered from your injury. And it gets worse. Under the federal scheme, there is restricted union right of access to investigate accidents or unsafe work practices. In Queensland, authorised representatives of employee organisations, or for example unions, have powers under the Workplace Health and Safety Act to enter workplaces to discuss workplace health and safety matters and investigate suspected contraventions of workplace health and safety law. But the Howard government has commissioned an inquiry that recommends journey claims be abolished, which has already occurred, the right to sue removed when you're hurt at work, and make it harder for your injury claim to be accepted. The main recommendation to the Howard government is that they develop a national workers' compensation and occupational health and safety scheme that supersedes and marginalises the state systems, like WorkChoices has in industrial relations. They have already taken the first steps in relation to these recommendations by allowing corporations like Linfox and John Holland to self-insure with Comcare. Make no mistake, if Howard wins the next election, he will open up this substandard compensation and occupational health and safety scheme to all corporate employers, which will effectively decimate WorkCover Queensland and workplace health and safety as we know it, because it will be too expensive for your employer to remain within the state jurisdiction. In Australia, we enjoy one of the highest standards of occupational health and safety in the world, but the Howard government wants to tear this up and allow businesses to self-manage their occupational health and safety. This is not good enough. Many workers will suffer as a result. We need to protect our rights at work. We mustn't let schemes like Comcare take away our rights and protections. QPSU members working in WorkCover do a great job, and this is why we need to show them our support in the face of this all-out assault by the federal government. That's why Your Rights at Work heroes all over Queensland will be encouraging workers to send messages of support to their colleagues in WorkCover, to let them know they'll stand up to support a fair state workers' compensation system that protects our rights at work as well as theirs. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like more information in relation to Comcare, please visit our website at www.qpsu.org.au/Comcare. Authorised by Alex Scott, QPSU General Secretary, 96 Albert Street, Brisbane. Spoken by Jay Canane.